Mic check. Hello, you adorable barbarians. Hey guys, Mike Landlot here. I'm the owner of more than 216 local businesses across the Quad County Shelf, and I've been the executive co-scribe of the Skatchenash Valley Chamber of Commerce for the last 6 years. You're listening to Small Business, a podcast where we talk about all the ins and outs and ups and downs of being a small business owner. It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for another
Mic drop.
Please talk to me on social media. It's at Why Not Landlot, or call the podcast line at 920-214-5882. I'd love to hear from you. Of course, we are talking about business here, but that's just a jumping off point. We are open to talk about whatever, because at the end of the day, what matters is having fun. And I know a certain rabbit out there who's having lots of fun today, or at least a lot of chill time. The Easter Bunny. I hope he's kicking back in his little bunny hole right now in the rabbit warren. He did a lot of work. He really got it done on Sunday. Do you guys get up to any Easter stuff? You know, I mean, if that's a thing you celebrate. I love Easter. I mean, I'm still weirded out by the congative distonance between the festivities and the whole backstory, but whatever. Sadly, I wasn't able to make it up north for the weekend to spend it with my sister's family like I do most years, but I sent them all Easter baskets, and I got to FaceTime with them, doing their little Easter basket hunt and the egg hunt there. The littles, oh, they just love all the magic. Corcoran's almost 12 now, but he gets into it still. Kind of clinging to those last vestiges of childlike wonder. And Ashlyn, oh, she just fully playing into the whole consummate big sister thing, you know, trying to help Aurora look for her basket the whole time. It's so cute. And I still remember when Chip and Connor used to be all about that Easter action, you know, back in the day. But now they're all enormous and gruff, just holed up in their gaming dens. You know, every few hours or so they come out to get food, kind of ambling around with their headsets on, microwaving pizza rolls or whatever. But it was fun. And after we hung up, I kind of did my own sort of egg hunt, you know. Went to the supermarket, tried to find some eggs. But there weren't any left in stock. So I just I went home, had some Reese's Puffs. That was my little Easter brunch there. Anywho, speaking of ancient people rising from the grave all supernaturally, that half Halloween show is getting closer every day. And, I have to figure out what to wear, you know. I do have some ideas. I mean, one in particular, and it's kind of weird, but the tree trimmer is dancing. There is a tree trimmer dancing outside my house. Get a load of this guy. Oh, there's these landscapers going up, and I live in this HOA community type thing. It's like condos, bunch of sterile units with a really corporate looking lake in the middle. It's the kind of place that just makes you feel like you made it in life. If you grew up in the Depression or you don't have a soul, but this tree trimmer, so he's got the hedge clippers. First of all, he's Edward Scissorhandsing the crap out of that bush, but he is doing spin moves. He just did a pop and lock. This guy is amazing. Oh, man. He just turned the mother out. That was sick. I think that's great. I wish there were more people in the world like that guy. I want to be friends with him. I've never seen him before. I mean, I remember this. I think I'm going to pause here and go talk to him real quick. All right, well, I didn't want to bother him. I went out there and he was just in the zone, so I didn't bug him. But anyway, back to the costume. I was thinking maybe it'd be real fun to go as, Daniel-san from Karate Kid, but like when he's going to the Halloween dance, which, you know, he dressed up as a shower. He had like a big rack and a shower curtain around him. That's kind of what I was thinking, but that would be real fun. But I don't know. The whole thing's got me real nervous. I mean, it's Saturday, and I've barely made progress on material, and I'd like to think that the least I could do is settle on a costume, but I just can't. I at least want to nail that down. So, but I don't know. I don't know if the Daniel-san thing will work. Actually, I know just who to ask. I was going to wait till after the break, but I figure let's go ahead and bring out our special guest now for a new segment I call Landlot Employee Spotlight. Oh, yeah. We are doing it today, folks. This particular individual handles the day-to-day of managing the administration of more than 216 local businesses. She catches everything that falls through the cracks, and nothing gets by her, I'll tell you that much. She's been with us for going on 20 years now, and I don't know where I'd be without her. Everybody, please welcome Office Manager Extraordinaire, Pam Wheeler. Yeah. Look at her, she's on Zoom.
Yep.
Welcome to Small Business, Pam.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing, Pamelo?
Well, I'm here. So
that you are. Still here after all these years.
Yeah, and if you want me to stick around, you'll let me get back to my job.
Oh,
Mike.
We like to kid. Tell them how you're just Josh and Pam. They don't know you like I do.
Yeah, I'm just messing around. I'm also being serious, though. I have an unbelievable amount of work to do. You know, kind of a never-ending avalanche over here.
Oh, gosh, yeah. So, Pam was a bit hesitant to come out today. I was like, come on, it'll be fun. You know, it'll be a chance to throw you a little Pam appreciation party. Oh, that way everyone will know that you're the real rock star at Landlot. You know, and she was like, I don't need a party, Mike. I need you to hire 4 staffers for the office.
Yep.
Well, we'll sort that out later.
That's what you always say.
Oh, Pam, come on. Stop being such a sourpuss.
All right. I'm happy to be here. What can I do for you, Mike?
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I am so glad you're here with us today. For starters, I do have a little issue here.
Okay, what's the deal?
Well, you know, I got this show coming up on Saturday.
The one in St. Louis.
Right, but it's a half Halloween deal.
Right.
And I don't know what to wear. I had an idea that I wanted to run by you.
Okay.
I was thinking of going as Ralph Macchio's Daniel-san from Karate Kid, specifically when he dresses up for the Halloween dance, and he dresses as a shower. It's like an old-timey freestanding bathtub type shower.
I remember that.
Because he's got like a curved shower rod going around above him, and he's sort of surrounded by a shower curtain.
So this is what you wanted to talk to me about on the podcast. I thought
no, this is just a fun.
We were playing a game.
Yeah. We will. But first, I need your thoughts on this because I need a costume, and I can't screw this up. You know.
Well, Mike, not my area of expertise here.
Oh, come on! You always know the right thing to do.
Okay. Well, you're performing on stage in front of people.
Correct.
And they need to see you performing.
Correct.
And if you're behind a shower curtain, they won't be able to.
That's a good catch. That's a really good catch.
So I'd say no. Don't dress as a shower.
Well, technically, it'd be me dressed as Daniel-san dressed as a shower.
Well, however you explain it, just don't cover your entire body with a shower curtain.
On the other hand, I mean, it is a curtain, and I could make it theatrical, you know, kind of pop out from behind it and say, oh, hey, everybody, it's me, Mike. And then go, oh, hold on a second. There's someone else back here. Then go back inside the shower. And then when I come back out, be like, hey, I'm this other guy now. You know, that could be a great opener, actually.
But then you'd still be dressed as a shower for the entire rest of the show.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I ask you this stuff. You always got the answers.
I know.
But now I'm back at square one.
Why don't you just go as Dracula or
or the Wolfman? Oh, I could get the mask and everything.
No, that would be the same problem. Your whole face would be covered. So
yeah, you're right. Okay, so I gotta find a Dracula costume, but all the places up here are seasonal.
You can just get one when you get to St. Louis.
A St. Louis costume shop.
Yes.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Oh my God, Mike.
What?
Here. St. Louis costume
You're just
shop.
Googling it.
Johnny Brock's Dungeon. They're open Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Man, you're good.
Jesus, Mike.
See, I told you guys.
You are something else.
Oh, Pam, I got to do a break. Can you stick around for a little bit?
Sure.
Fantastic. Miss Pam Wheeler is in the house, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Small Business with Mike Landlot. We'll be right back. There's only so many mountains in this world. And if you want to climb the big ones, you're gonna need torque, iron, and sweat. Question is, when the climb gets tough, what kind of man are you gonna be? The man who puts in the work, or the man who watches him do it? No, there's no such thing as a shortcut. Out here, you just get the job done. And if you want to get it done right, you're gonna need to get a little dirty. Anybody got a problem with that, they can leave right now. 'Cause this ain't a beauty contest, and it sure as hell isn't a pity party. It's the bleeding edge. The all-new Chevy Glover. Get out there and do it. Nothing makes an entrance quite like 2 tons of molded fiberglass. Dual-Hemi nitrous turbo powertrain. That's enough horses under the hood to bring home the bacon till the cows come home. Drive straight up a cliff. Knock over a building. Featuring cast iron suspension, all-wheel drive, and enough towing capacity to tow yourself. We're not just changing the game. We're shattering all the pieces and lighting the board on fire. Get ready to roll so hard that cops and soldiers will seek out your opinions. Yeah, there's a new class of American super trucks that just rode into town. And guess what? This one's the sheriff. So hose down your driveway and ask your wife for money. 'Cause you're preparing for Armageddon in the suburbs while emasculating your neighbor once and for all. Chevy Desperado. Look strong. Down this road a bit, there's a working man. He's up at sunrise, and he's out all day working. Drives a Chevy. Always has. And Chevy's always had his back. Now he knows a thing or two. How to rig a soldering winch in the bitter cold. How to help a neighbor in need. And he knows there's only 3 things you put on a Chevy. Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes, a Jesus fish, and truck nuts. That's the way it's always been. Just down this road a bit. Chevy, know yourself. With 100 million trucks on the road, it's time to level up. Chevy Truck Month is back and bigger than ever. Introducing Chevy Truck Toyota-thon. Take a test drive in the all-redesigned Chevy Exploder. For 20 years, it's been collecting the hardware and detonating the competition. Named 2025's best truck ever by J.D. Power and Associates, America's best-selling tanky truck boasts the most advanced safety features in class, including rear face belts, randomized headlights, and voice-activated braking. Visit a participating dealership near you and experience savings so profound you'll hold back your tears until you're all alone in the garage that night, at which point you'll weep like a child into a camping pillow, then never tell your wife or anyone else that it happened. In fact, so thoroughly suppressing it that you will somehow erase it from your own memory, just like Pop-Pop used to do, or at least that's what Meemaw told you when she was on her deathbed. You know, that Pop-Pop used to go secretly cry in the garage, which I don't know what he had to cry about. The whole family treated him like a god, even though no one was allowed to talk to him after work until he'd had his quote-unquote evening medicine, which was obviously booze, but no one ever talked about it, let alone confronted him about it. Not even that time when I accidentally walked in on him drinking in the den and he turned bright purple and spanked the crap out of me. Nobody said a word. And there were like 20 people there, a bunch of extended family. All I got was a silent hug from my mother and a Jell-O pudding pop. And since I was real little at the time and no one said otherwise, I thought that was acceptable old man behavior. And I got it in my head that that's what I was going to turn into when I got older. You know, an angry, weird statue person like Pop-Pop that only comes alive to go to work or insult his family members or drive drunk to the supper club. And his Chevy, by the way, he had a Chevy truck, so I thought I would eventually have one too as part of the package deal of transforming into this, Pop-Pop creature. I remember one time I was riding with him in that truck, which scared the bejesus out of me, even going near it, because he was obsessed with that truck, always out there working on it, washing it, just loving him some Chevy trucks, almost as much as he hated Fords, which the only thing he hated more than Fords were people that drove Fords. Yeah, if one drove by by, his face would get all contorted and he'd mutter obscenities under his breath. That's what he was doing that day in the truck, whispering awful curses on other drivers. I'm sitting there next to him, scared to move a muscle, wondering what turning into him was going to be like, wearing a bolo tie, smoking a pipe, eating sauerkraut, chugging wild turkey in a hidey hole, only coming out to slap a grandchild, call my wife a fat pig, tell my daughter she's an embarrassment, make everybody walk on eggshells all the time, but they'd all treat me like a hero because I held a job and paid the mortgage and God said to honor thy father. You know, the God I'm constantly blaspheming. I'm really into his stance on honoring fathers. Loved his work on that one. Aside from that, though, you could say I'm an entirely godless, abusive hypocrite. So yeah, for years I was convinced it's what I was going to turn into. I had no choice, and it really messed me up. But then I remember when I was 19 and I needed a car to commute to classes and work, Brian Borchert was trying to get rid of his truck, so he offered me this ridiculously good deal. So then I'm standing in his driveway looking at this Chevy in amazing condition that he's offering me for next to nothing, and I realized I had no choice. So I said no thank you, and I took the bus to work and walked to class for a year until I saved up enough to buy a used Toyota for 10 times what Brian was asking. That was the first car I bought, and I've been driving Toyotas ever since. But the savings won't last forever, so scurry on in before you die of trucklessness and behold the wonders of Chevy Truck Toyota Tan. Chevy Trucks. Gonna get some. Welcome back to Small Business with Mike Landlot. Full disclosure, that was not a real ad. Okay? I'm just showing potential sponsors out there how Mike the Mouth sells the goods to the good people. We're back here again with the indecipherable office manager, Pam of Landlot Enterprises. She's our guest today, and she's the very deserving spotlightee in our inaugural Landlot Employee Spotlight. Oh, yeah. That's the employee right there. Look at her go. All right, Pam, would you mind formally introducing yourself to the people?
Sure. My name is Pam Wheeler. I moved here in 2005 from Orlando, Florida, and I've been with Landlot Enterprises ever since then.
So you moved from Disney's doorstep all the way up to being one county away from the water park capital of the world here. That's probably an interesting story. I never asked. What made you decide to pack up and move? Admit it, it's because they got better water slides in the Dells.
I was trying to get as far away as possible from a lunatic ex.
Oh.
So...
I am sorry.
No, it's fine.
That was a dumb question.
He's in prison for life now. So, But yeah, so I snuck out one night with a small suitcase and a backpack and took the bus up here and never looked back.
Well, you didn't mention any of that in the interview.
No, I wasn't going to share that in a job interview.
That makes sense. But you had a background in office management back in Orlando.
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, you said you did in the interview.
Because I needed a job.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it all worked out great. Now, when you were looking for the right career move there, Landlot Enterprises was still just a fledgling operation. So what initially drew you to the company?
Well, you were the first person to offer me a job.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm glad I did, So you got the offer you were looking for. And was there something else maybe that drew you in? Like maybe a matter of the heart? It's okay. I know about it. For the longest time, other people in the company saw us as like the Pam and Jim from The Office type deal. Kind of like, will they, won't they? But, I always just saw you as a good friend.
What are you talking about?
Well, you had a little crush on me.
No.
You thought I was cute. It's okay.
No, I didn't. That's not...
Pam.
I've never thought that.
What do you... Come on. Suzette told me all about it.
Suzette.
She told me you thought I was cute.
Yeah, she was trying to get us together because she's a sketchy B word.
Well, that's not sketchy. She's just trying to be a matchmaker.
No, she wanted to set us up so she could make a scandal out of it and take my job.
What?
Yeah.
Suzette?
Oh, yeah.
From back in
That was her plan. She even made flowcharts of it.
Wait, really? That blows my mind. I honestly had no idea.
Yep.
It makes me wonder what else goes on in our company that I'm oblivious to.
Thousands of things.
Come on. There's that much drama?
No, just all the business things.
What do you mean?
Well, just...
I'm a busy guy, and you handle most of the nitty gritty, but I generally have my finger on the pulse, the important stuff.
Okay.
All right, this is a safe space. You gotta come out with it now. What is it?
No, Mike, it's just...
Pam, what is it? Just name a thing that I'm
You keep
not...
saying we have more than 216 businesses.
Yeah?
We have 204.
Well, because
Okay,
of the...
you have businesses that close and you don't even notice.
Like what?
This year, we closed...
We had businesses closed this year?
Yes, 2 of them. Landlot Snow Removal and Landlot Movers and Shakers.
Oh, movers and shakers went under?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
People didn't respond well to the idea that we were shaking their moving boxes.
No, we weren't doing that. It was a combo business, so we could, do the pun in the name. Movers and shakers. We were just selling salt and pepper shakers at discounts to the moving customers.
Well, it didn't work.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, and it was a lot of paperwork.
But hold on. We opened like 9 new businesses just last year.
Correct. And 10 closed, including Landlot Travel.
Landlot Travel? No, I just did an ad for them at Halloween.
I know. You didn't add for a closed business. And it's okay, but running businesses just isn't your strong suit.
Okay, well, what are we saying here?
You just want to make ads. Okay, that's kind of all you've ever shown interest in, and that's fine. Actually, it's great. You've grown the company steadily for decades now. Reaching customers is what you're great at. And honestly, I'm thrilled that you have the bandwidth to keep doing it.
So I'm hearing you say that I'm not as good as I may have thought I was at the day-to-day running of the company type stuff, and I've apparently been totally missing super important developments in our business, but it all seems to still be running okay.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, so why do you seem all salty at me all the time? Is it because I bother you too much for random stuff?
No.
Is it because I called your house late at night about the TurboTax thing?
No, it's because the business is running well because of a bunch of people in the office like me working ridiculous hours.
You do work a lot. I have noticed that.
Yeah.
So I'm just not paying you enough.
No. I mean, sure, give me another raise, but no, it's just too much work.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You make enough money.
Yes.
It's just too much work.
Yes.
I'm not following.
Mike.
So just what are you saying you want here?
I want you to hire 4 office staff.
Oh,
you numbnuts.
That's what you want?
I've been screaming for 6 years now.
Okay.
Come on.
I get it now. I mean, get a call into Peggy. Set it up. Find your people. Whoever you want. Let's do it.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm serious. Go for it.
Oh my God, thank you.
Of course. Why didn't you just say that's what you wanted?
Mike,
No. No, I said that wrong. I mean, I meant, why didn't I just listen?
Probably because you were busy making 300 commercials a year.
Touche.
I mean, which is good. That's your role. And
so let's get you some help, huh?
Please, God, yes. Thank you.
Wish granted.
I'm like shaking right now. I'm so relieved and happy. You have no idea how much stress that just took away.
Pam, we're healing.
Okay, don't be gross.
See, I told you we'd have fun on this show. But I don't think we have time for a game anymore. But,
that's fine. I have a lot to do.
Maybe you come back and we'll do it on the next one.
We'll see about that.
All right, smell you later. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm so glad we did this. This has been Landlot Employee Spotlight. Everybody give it up for Pam. Pamela. Pam Pax. No, not that one. Oh, gosh. Well, I think I hung up on Pam. Okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Small Business with Mike Landlot. We'll be right back. Hi, Mike Landlot here for Landlot Tan. Summer's right around the corner. That means it's time to go outside and be in the sun. Get ready to spend the season by the pool, lounging on the beach, floating in a lake, picnicking, naked running. There's just one problem. Uh-oh, you kind of look wrong. Something's just not right with you. I don't like looking at you. You just don't look good. Oh, but only when I'm looking at you. Hey! Hey, I figured it out. You're pale. You're just too white. You're the same color as a cloud. What is going on with you? I mean, your skin's translucent. I can see your whole circulatory system, and I don't want to. Maybe if you weren't so white. Look, I like white people just fine, but there comes a point, I'm starting to kind of feel racist towards you. I'm just being dramatical, but if I'm being honest, if you were an after-school snack, you'd be a cracker. If you came up to me and said, "Quick, Mike, give me one word to describe geese," I'd immediately say honky. I'm being mean, but you do kind of look like you just came from smoking opium at Edgar Allan Poe's house. Anyway, I can see all your veins. I don't know if you should go outside. Your appearance is not ready. But don't worry. Come on down to Landlot Tan. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Your skin is just wrong. We will change the way you look. When you leave Landlot Tan, you'll look less like yourself and more like better. We're gonna fix it. Just like that Dr. Seuss book with the star-bellied sneetches. And for the past 100 years, being tan is the way to be. Thanks, Josephine Baker. Now, before that, people really liked ghosty skin, the old vampire hide. It was the style. And it was also based on racism. No, it's totally better to have a bunch of sun exposure. Let's get your skin from eggshell to beige. Enjoy our introductory package where you can get 14 tanning sessions for $12. That doesn't sound right. Whatever, I said it so it's real now. Oops. You go in a little room where the walls don't go all the way to the ceiling so everyone can hear each other in the different rooms, and you basically get naked, and then you lie down on like this curvy glass bed, kind of like a shallow water slide, but it's real short and it's not fun and there's no water. And you put these little funny things on your eyes so you don't like in the middle of it go, "Oh, I wonder what it looks like." Oh no, I'll never know what anything looks like again. Yeah, no, it's for protection. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You might want to put a little towel over your middle parts because those really don't like sun. Anywho, you set the timer and then you pull the top down. It's kind of like a coffin. And then the bed and the lid have all these light bulbs in them and just dumps ultraviolet radiation into your skin. Which, I mean, yeah, you could just let the sun do it, but the sun doesn't provide lotion. Now, you want to be careful with not over tanning. Some people get addicted and their skin starts to get all tough and scaly. Looks like a saddle that you found on a hot rock, leathery, got horse sweat on it. Just be careful. Landlot Tan does not want to be held responsible for you walking around looking like you're wearing a skin mask of your own face. We don't want you looking like you skinned your own face and then put it back on. And for those of you concerned about the very real risk of getting skin cancer by using our services, our spray tanning's got your back and your front, but not really your whole face. Kind of gums up around your eyes. Oh well, I mean, I don't go in there. You stand in this weird shower tube thing, and then all these nozzles start spraying you with brown stuff. Kind of feels like you're paying to play some game from the movie Saw. Actually, the tanning booths are like that too. Come on in. You can choose from a variety of colors, from mocha bronze to Loompa orange, faded chocolate to expired tangerine. And don't worry, if you're not happy with the result, just keep doing it. You'll gradually lose perspective on what looks good and what doesn't, as your skin becomes oranger and oranger. But then there's other people with that sort of dysmorphia, and they're like, "Oh, she looks so good." And you guys see each other, and you're both freaking orange, but you think you look amazing. And all of us who don't have that issue are just like, "What happened to you?" Come on down to Landlot Tan and show the world that you look different than you actually do. We've got 3 locations across the Skatchenash Valley: Green Hook, Makatasana, and our newest location in Flackton, between the CVS and a forest gully where people throw trash. Welcome back to Small Business with Mike Landlot. Full disclosure, that was a real ad. Can you believe it? It's my business, but I'll take it. Just a quick reminder, I'll be performing live this Saturday in St. Louis at Off-Broadway with Tidal Volume and Number One Sons. Please come out and show me support. I'm scared. I want to hear what you think. You got a business question? Know someone who might? Well, then give me a call on the podcast line, 920-214-5882. Anything you want to say, I want to hear. Bang my digits. And you can always check me out and hit me up on socials. They're all the same. It's at Why Not Landlot. Please reach out to me. The universe is a hauntingly cold and dark, ever-expanding void. It's all about community, folks. So join the conversation, and together we can make small business a little bit smaller. That about does it for me. This has been Small Business with Mike Landlot. If you're enjoying the podcast, please leave a review. If you're not, please don't. Be safe out there, everyone. And remember, think global, dream local, and watch out for deer.